minutes of audio. Yes, you can put your e-catalog on there or whatever. It also has 3 minutes of audio on there. So you can have a personal message from the CEO, from the marketing manager, salesperson, whatever, to the client, telling them how the products work, what it can do, how it's going to make things better for them, right? 50,000 full color pages, 4 hours of video. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but YouTube is the #2 search engine underneath Google. Yeah? #2 search engine underneath Google is YouTube. Why? Because people love video. If somebody has a choice to read or watch a video on a product, they will choose video. They will choose video. So technology is there, and you can incorporate these things. And the average unit cost is $8.72 on a tee. All right, the number of trees killed is 0. It's eco-friendly. You take a look at doing it now traditionally with a full color catalog, and you lose the ability to speak to the client. There's no more audio possible. 96 full color pages, yes, they're glossy and they have pictures, but it's not brought to life, right? They have to read about the products in order to see how it's going to adapt to them. And there's no video possible. They cannot see how people's lives are changed and better and faster, sexier with the product that your client does or the service that your client provides, right? And I got this quote from a local printer down the street, I asked for 1,000 catalogs, 96 full color pages, and they quoted me $13.25. And I did the webinar a few days ago, and that guy said, that doesn't even count like how much more it costs to distribute the thing. And I didn't even put that in there, but you're right. But check this out. Every 86 catalogs kills one entire tree, right? Every 86 catalogs kills one entire tree. So somebody, if bringing this to me, could have said, why are you spending so much money to be killing so many trees? I can do things for you faster and easier. I can incorporate different types of technology that are going to wow people. I can do it all by saving, 12 trees for you here, and I'm going to save you $4,500 plus whatever the difference is on distribution. You see, taking a company eco will boost your sales. Will boost your sales, will boost their sales. I'll show you some great stats on how much it can boost a company's sales in just a minute, how much it can make a campaign succeed. But telling a marketing buyer of a company that you can save trees, we're going to open you up to this growing eco-conscious market. We are going to push your catalog. We're going to do an e-catalog. It's going to be loaded right on here. There are 5 billion minutes spent on Facebook every month. So you've got to get in on that. So in order to do that, we're going to put a link to your Facebook right here. You know, we're going to show off your awesome products, your videos, how it's making people's lives better, how your services affect people. And we're going to do it all by giving people what they want. 275 million of these things were sold last year. There isn't a 4th grader that goes to school without a flash drive now to take their homework in, do their homework on their computer or whatever, take it home, right? That is what people want, and we're going to do it all with saving you thousands of dollars. All right, now you're part of the campaign. Now you have brought a significant amount of value. So here's what you've been waiting for, the green statistics, right? Check this one out. 88% of consumers think companies should try to achieve their business goals while improving the environment. What does that mean? Well, what that means to your client is that if they can begin to market in a green, eco-friendly way, 88% of the consumers that are out there will prefer your client over their competition. Conversely, if the competition is doing this right now, 88% of the people out there are preferring the competition's product over your clients. That is huge. That is how powerful going green can be. That is why I told you that the #1 growing gap for distributors to close for clients is to take them green, and you will make a lot of money doing it. Other great statistic is that 84% of companies that do sell on the basis of how green their products are, how green their services are, what it showed was that their sales are steady or moving up despite whatever the economy is doing. I mean, you could seriously be bulletproofing people's businesses, right? And what a bonus. I mean, you are saving the environment. You are saving thousands of dollars, and you're able to market in a completely different way, in a technology-based way where people will look there. Their eyes are already on YouTube and Facebook. Now you can put your client there too. I mean, what a bonus. What a bonus on top of all the environmentally friendly things you can do with it. Right, so now that's adding value. That is your strategy #1. Strategy #2, guiding them to the right product. Moving away from disposable waste. right? We have this perception on our industry that it's kind of a cheapy, trinkety type of deal. We have to get rid of that. It cheapens us as distributors and suppliers, right? We are way more powerful than that. So begin to not offer things that you don't think you would use within a day. One of your greatest assets is that you are a consumer, right? And you probably fit the demographic of a company that you're working with. So knowing that, right, knowing that you're a consumer, never lose sight of that. Always think about what you want. What makes you tick? What do you love, want, and need? Do you need a pen? Do you need, a magnet? Because if you have mugs that are collecting dust in cupboards, or pens that are getting lost in cushions or whatever, or pins or magnets, that kind of thing, then it's not powerful enough to break through that massive amount of clutter that's out there. And so I don't want to knock those products, but I do think they lack a little bit of innovation and a little bit of wow factor, right? And the only way to break through this clutter is with a wow product, all right? And today, this generation needs something that's going to feed their emotional identity. They want something that they can incorporate their life with. They want something they can build an emotional tie with. And a wow product feeds that emotional identity. If you don't believe me, you don't have to, right? But let's take a look at Apple. These guys are the masters of wow. All right, here's their lesson on the power of emotional ties, on how important it is to create this. All right, in 1986, they had the first PDA to hit the market called the Newton, right? Not too many people know that. Why? Because it was a huge failure. How did they fail? Apple also fell into the same trap, right? They failed to tell people how it would better their lives. Instead, they said, here's the features, and they thought that would speak for themselves. All right, so side note, Microsoft, multi-billion-dollar Microsoft, multi-billion-dollar Apple, all thought the features would speak for themselves. All right, they do not. And if these two companies cannot pull it off, we have no shot, right? We don't have a prayer at trying to make this happen. So let's just forget that and start focusing on how our products, services, and things like that, how it makes people's lives better, all right? So the Newton, like I said, marketplace failure, but every piece of marketing for Apple since then has conveyed this overall benefit to each individual customer above everything else, right? Important, they learned from it, and you can see how powerful their marketing has become, right? Take their iPod slogan, for example, kind of put them back up on the map, and that was this, 10,000 songs in your pocket, right? What's on an iPod? It's your songs. It's your playlist, your music, your videos, right? Your pictures. That's what goes on an iPod. You start to incorporate your life to their product, and a huge success is made, right? iPads, iPhones, all doing the same thing. Your apps, your things, right? We need to learn from that because promotional products can and must capture that same emotional tie in order to make either your campaign successful or your client's campaign successful. Right? Because the difference in producing a really successful campaign for your clients and not is if you can create an emotional tie between them and their clients, their consumer. Right? And the best product that you can offer them is one that incorporates the client's life. I'll use flash drives for example because that's what we do here. But like I said, there's a lot of technology products out there that can fill this role. But if I got a flash drive from one of your clients, right? What can I do with it, right? It's got your catalog on it. It's got your, your Facebook or whatever. Now, normally if I got a catalog, I'd probably either breeze through it real quick and throw it in the trash or just go straight to the trash. But now I have a product here with your catalog on it, but check out what I can do with it, right? I could put pictures of me and my son surfing or an important document that I need as I travel to do presentations like this, right? I put pictures of my family, my loved ones on there. I can put my music, my videos, my movies, and important documents on this thing. I can incorporate my life to the promo product I just received from the client. And because it has so many things that are important to me on it, that product becomes part of my life. It becomes important to me. And it becomes this emotional tie to the product that extends the branding life of this product way beyond what you can achieve with, yesterday's products. Right? This emotional tie, it is so powerful. Apple knows that. That is why you see every one of their ads. Every single one of their ads will show you how your life is affected and how much better and how you can incorporate your life to their product. And you can do that same thing. You can have that same powerful branding by using some up-to-date products that are out there. All right? And the only way it's going to bite you, right, is if your client decides, hey, I'm going to sacrifice quality for price. This, again, is one of the huge reasons why you are so important. You save people's campaigns. You save clients' campaigns before they even get started. Why? Because they chose to do business with you. That is how important you are. Do not forget that. And this goes for all products, but especially technology products, and that is this, is that there's always, the lowest error, there's tier 1 stuff, the retail grade stuff out there, the lowest error rates, longest lifespans, faster than everything else that's out there. There's always going to be your off-spec stuff, a little cheaper, higher error rates, whatever, shorter lifespan. It can lose the data that's on there, right? And this is why, right here, tier 3, there is so much of this garbage. In every product category there's so much garbage out there online, and your clients are buying it up, right? And this stuff is horrible. They're made from scrap parts. It has huge error ratings. I mean, 30 to 40% of this stuff is bad. It can actually cause system instabilities on computers, that kind of thing, risk of losing data and more. You see, your companies, the clients that are out there, they do not realize, number one, the power of emotional ties. Number two, they don't even realize that they are building this kind of powerful relationship with their client. So when they go cheap, or when they decide to buy online and 40% of the stuff out there doesn't work, their campaign is doomed from the start. It had no chance. It could have been the best campaign they've ever run before, but they have no shot at it now because they bought a crappy product, right? So companies don't realize just the power of emotional ties, good or bad, right? Imagine this. You give me, your client gives me something of value, right? So I'll take it, I incorporate my life to it just like you want. I have this emotional tie to it. And then when I go to a presentation, I plug it in, the document's not there. I look foolish. Or even worse, I plug it in to do the presentation, and it corrupts their computer. Well, guess what? I now have an emotional tie with the company. However, it is no longer beneficial. It is negative, right? And so that leads me to this, is that strategy number 3 is just bringing a whole new level of quality in you and your product. Because as you help your clients keep customers happy, you will keep yours returning for more future business, right? You don't need a webinar for this. This is, Business 101. I know that you guys get this. But getting it a new thought out there is that you are not bringing promotional products anymore. You're bringing so much more than that. You're bringing business solutions. You're bringing business campaigns that solve these problems for these guys. Because guess what? Your clients face every single one of those challenges that I brought up to you earlier. They have 30,000 marketing messages a day. Their marketing is nowhere near potent enough to break through that. Their costs are rising through the roof. Their sales are down, right? They're alienating people by not going green. They're spending way too much money doing environmentally harmful things, right? They need your help now more than ever. Right, so you are now going to bring business solutions. And I'll say this right now. Let me give you an example of Steve Jobs. I think everything this guy touches turns to gold, unfortunately, except for his health. That's a huge tragedy. I hope that he figures out a way to get better. But basically, this guy is an absolute genius when it comes to business. He understands how to partner up for solutions, not just products. Right, so check this out. In 1986, this guy has the foresight to buy just a failing computer division of Lucasfilm called Kerner Films for $10 million. Apparently, he had some extra money just to throw around, so he buys this Kerner Films. He renames it Pixar, right? Begins to sound a lot more familiar now, right? Well, in 1986, when he buys this thing, the industry is rejecting the idea of computers doing an animator's duty, right? They don't want any part of this. But Steve sees a solution to meld two industries together. So what does he do? He goes out to Disney, the biggest animator out there. He says, listen, you have a lot of projects, and as you keep going, you have your different channels of Disney HD, Disney channels, all these things. You're creating a lot of animated films. Listen, your costs are going to go through the roof, right? To do it the way that you're doing it, it will go through the roof, your cost. Plus, the time to do it, you cannot produce as many things in a year as you will have, as you used to. So you're going to lose a lot of revenue. Your costs are going to skyrocket. And guess what? The animation, there's been no real new technology. Look at this. Look what my product can do. Look at the detail. Look how you can make things sway and move. Look at the background. Look at the wow factor of this product, right? Well, Disney buys it up, right? They buy the actual company, Pixar. They spend $7.4 billion purchasing Pixar. Give Steve Jobs 7% of all Disney stock. He has more than Roy Disney has. But it's all because he knows how to partner. He knows